watching IntoWineTV, and today we're at Incanto restaurant in San Francisco, and we're tasting Italian island wines. And this is the Feudo Maccari Saia. It retails for $35, and it's from Sicily.
I think it's a very well-made wine as well. We recently had the Barua, and now we're having this Maccari. And what's a common theme with those two wines is they're both imported by co-brand. And what I'm discovering as we do these, we're on to the 100th by now, over 100 of these sessions, and it sort of demonstrates to me the importance of what Andrea Immer has always said, which is the most important thing is to look at the back label and look at the importer, because you can really tell, judge by the importer. But co-brand, everything they bring in seems to be good quality, good value, really solid wines. And there are some importers who are just unreliably bad, but co-brand is reliably good.
Yeah, what really strikes me right off the bat is the other common denominator is that, the islands, both Sardinia and Sicily, are just really starting to pull their weight.
Yes.
And it's taken some time. I mean, we always equate Italian wine and quality to the north, where some of the classics are, Barolo, Barbaresco, Brunello, and so forth. And the islands produce a lot of wine. They usually say they produce, like Sicily produces a sea of wine, but a lot of it goes to distillation, goes to bulk sale.
Yeah.
And some of these, there's cash infusion down there now, and some of these wineries are just really starting to pull their weight and do the right things in the vineyard. And it's like one of the best I used to work with always used to say, it's always what's in the bottle.
Quite often that's the result of the younger generation taking over from an older generation, but clearly they've recognized that they can make great wine in Sicily. This is a really good example. I think it really is faultless. There's nothing you can say against it.
And once again, none of that, I don't want to say none, but very, very little of that rusticity, that kind of pruny or dried grape note or rough edges. As time goes on, these wines are becoming more and more refined and very, very much in balance, which is really, really encouraging to see that. Really encouraging.
And even though the $35 is a lot of money for wine, I think this is well deserved. I think it's a good price for this wine.
Yeah, I've had this producer before. I think maybe the 05 was the first vintage that I had, and what I've noticed is this wine's a little less scaled down. There's a little less oak to the wine. I think 2002 was their first vintage, so I think they're, I would assume that the wines or the vines are probably starting to come into maturation, and it's indicative, and they're figuring it out, and it's good, solid wine. I agree.
Great choice for co-brand to import the Feudo Maccari Saia, the 2006, at $35. It's a great value, well-made, well-balanced wine. We hope you'll enjoy it. Thanks so much for joining us on IntoWineTV.